So I've been gone for a week. I was on a trip to Niagara Falls, Rochester, New York. I saw Tom Petty. I went to Canada, etc. While I was gone, Courtney here at the radio station filled in for me and kept the Blues Break spirit alive with a series of stories, and they're fantastic. And I'm actually gonna put the transcript of the stories down in the description, so read those through real quick to get a better understanding of what I'm talking about today. I am gonna briefly cliff notes it a little bit, but if you want the full rendition, the whole kebab, it's down in the description. Thanks for coming in. Let's get to it. Otis Rush and Son House for the Blues Break this morning. Oh my goodness. It feels good to be back. Well, it is good to be back. It doesn't feel that great, but that's not your fault. It's just the hemorrhoids. Hey, before I get started today, I want to give a massive shout out to the one and only Courtney OBrien, who filled in for me over the past week, not only physically, but also in spirit. If you weren't tuned in last week, Courtney told this crazy story every morning after the Blues Break about our specialty blues show, The Juke, being stolen, me leaving for the week to get it back, teaming up with American singer-songwriter Tom Petty to do so, chasing the thieves through the Niagara Falls and into Narnia, where I found that it was actually the White Witch that stole the Juke, but before I could retrieve it, the witch captured us. But luckily, Courtney traveled to Narnia to rip her weave out, rescue Tom and I, and return the Juke to WMSV. A really amazing story. I just wanted to clarify, of course, that story is completely true. Well, for the most part. There were a couple discrepancies, and that's actually what I want to talk about today. You see, Courtney and I, we communicated primarily by phone call. A bit staticky, so I understand how there might be some miscommunication. I totally get it. Number one, Courtney said I teamed up with Tom Petty to pursue the thieves. Not completely true. See, Tom Petty is very old and feeble. He had a hard time keeping up. But his much younger, much prettier female backup singers, a huge help. Okay. Plus, Courtney completely skipped over my romantic candlelit dinner and roller skating date with them. That hurt. Not gonna lie. Number two, Courtney mentioned that the Lair of Thieves was under the Niagara Falls, and we got to it via the Maid of the Mist boating tour. Close. It was actually in a Wendy's, and we Ubered there after we rode the Maid of the Mist. All of that, of course, a part of my steamy date with these backup singers. Again, pretty hurt that you skipped that part, Courtney. I have an ego to feed here. The rest of the story, almost perfect. All right, we found the wardrobe to Narnia. We did. We followed the thieves inside. One thing, though, the White Witch was not there. She was on vacation. Actually, Isis. It was Isis the whole time. I was just as surprised as you, but I realized a double whammy to steal the Juke, an American treasure, and Brock St. Clair, America's sweetheart. Ultimately, Courtney did come to the rescue. I don't know how she couldn't tell the difference between the White Witch and our Middle Eastern prison guard, but I respect her resistance to racial profiling. Very progressive, Courtney, of course. Well done. Most importantly, what is most important? Most importantly, the Juke is back here at WMSV. The Juke, being our blues show, airs every Sunday, 6 p.m. to midnight, plays blues music that reminds you even WMSV fights ISIS. And we're a radio station. In all seriousness, I want to give a huge shout out to Courtney. That was really cool to fill in for me in that way while I was gone. Fantastic stuff. And speaking of fantastic stuff, we got some fantastic music coming up. Billy Rafool with Driver. I'm Brock St. Clair. It's WMSV.